What's up, ass faces? Welcome back to part two, lab session 30, episode 30. Not too sure what happened with this stupid little laptop, but I wanted to make sure that I put out today's slips and today's notebook because obviously this thing cut out. 15 game slate signed by your boy Juice. We got Brian Reynolds on the first game on our main slip, 1.5 bases. He is 0 for 1 so far. Long game to be had. Nationals Phillies next game. We got Trey Turner for a walk on the gut slip. I'm just gonna go through every single game right here on the notebook, and then I'll show you guys the price picks. Red Sox versus Yankees. Bellinger, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Astros versus Orioles. You can see it right there. Blah. Blah game of the day. Royals versus Tigers. You got a pitching duel versus Ryan Bergert versus Casey Mize. Right there, Royals versus Tigers. We're leaving it alone. We don't bet on Tigers. Then you got Blue Jays versus the Marlins. We do have Shane Bieber, Justin Bieber's cousin, for 5.5 strikeouts. He's at 2 right now. Just checked it. Let's go. Keep dealing, brother. Mets versus Braves. Next game, you got Nolan McLean versus Joey Wentz. McLean did have a good game last time. He's been pretty good, but I don't want to fade the Braves in this spot. They're playing at home. This could be a playoff atmosphere game, like I've said before. Low scoring game. Who knows? But we're staying away from it. Cardinals versus the Rays. You got one of the top 50 prospects in MLB. Carson Williams, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. The number one prospect for the Rays. Get it done, kid. You got Mangum and Fiducia batting behind you. And then you got the Lowe brothers batting in front of him. Hopefully he gets on base, brings somebody in, gets it done. Going on the main slip, just like Luke Keyshaw from the from the Twins. You got Twins versus White Sox. We are fading the guy, Aaron Saval. He's like, I want to get traded during the trade deadline. You got traded, brother. You got traded to the Chicago White Sox. Have fun. Luke Keyshaw, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, batting behind Buxton. Bring him in, kid. Get it done. Buxton has 4 home runs against this dude. He also has 7 strikeouts. We're just trusting that Luke gets on base somehow, some way. Brings somebody in or somebody brings him in. Then you have the Guardians versus Rangers. Next dude going on the gut slip, our guy Corey Seager, 1.5 bases. He is 0 for 2. 0 for 2 against the Guardians pitcher, but we're trusting that Corey stays hot, gets on base, 1.5 bases. Same thing. Next guy going on the gut slip is Wilmer Flores against the Brewers pitcher Jose Quintana. Good numbers, but Quintana's been pretty bad. But the Brewers are playing at home today. I just don't trust our crybaby Wilmer. 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. We'll see what happens. Cubs versus Angels. Last guy on the main slip, Nolan Schanuel. They're going against Javier Assad from the Cubs tonight. I do believe Schanuel gets on base and he lets Mike Trout, the GOAT, bring him in, or Taylor Ward, former Shadow Hills player, brings him in today. Nolan Schanuel, 1 run on the main slip. Last guy there. I'll read off the next 3 games. You got Reds versus D-backs. We're skipping that. Not a lot to be played for there. A's versus Mariners. You got Jacob Wilson back from the IL. We're going 1.5 bases. He has a single and 2 doubles against Brian Wu from the Mariners tonight. I did have Brian Wu on 5.5 strikeouts on another slip, but I switched it out for Wilson. I know it's his first game back, but you got to go with your gut. I think Brian gives up a double to Wilson tonight, and that's how we get the 1.5 bases on the gut slip. Dodgers versus Padres, last game, big important series for the day for the boys. You got you Darvish and Blake Snell pitching, basically swap positions. You used to play for us, and Blake used to play for them. Freddie has a lot of at bats against this dude, against you Darvish. He has a lot of strikeouts. So he has 11 of them. That's why he's going on the gut slip, because 11 strikeouts is far too many for me to bet on somebody and put him on my main slip. But he's 12 for 45, 5 singles, 3 doubles, 4 home runs. That's why we're going with the bases. I do think Freddie gets a hold of one, sends one deep, gets the 1.5 bases for the gut slip. There it is, signed by your boy Juice. Let's go ahead and read off the main slip. Brian Reynolds still 0 for 1. But like I said, 1.5 bases for Mr. Brian. Shane Bieber, we got 5.5 strikeouts. He is at 2, so he's doing a good job. Just keep dealing. Carson Williams, the game has started, but he has not had his first at bat. We got 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Same as Luke Kershaw, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. And Nolan Schanuel, 1 run, gets brought in by Mr. Mike Trout or Taylor Ward. Then the gut slip is simple as this. Trey Turner, don't pitch to him. Give up a walk. Cody Bellinger, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. You got some not so great hitters behind him, so we're hoping Cody gets this on a solo shot. Please. Corey Seager, 1.5 bases. Wilmer Flores, 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. He dominates lefties. Jose Quintana has been bad, but like I said, that's why this is going on the gut slip. I do trust Wilmer. Like I said, I think he can hit a solo shot as well as Corey Seager and Cody Bellinger. Freddie Freeman, 1.5 bases. What do you know? Another solo shot possibly against you, Darvish, who's been garbage. And then you got Jacob Wilson coming back from the IL, like I said, 1.5 bases against Brian Wu. That is a $2 put in to pay out $200. And if I didn't already say it, the main slip is 11 to pay out 300. That's our slips on Prize Picks. We only got 2 of them. Major slate in MLB today. You do got some NFL preseason, but we're staying away. We cashed out, like I said, on little Jordan Humphrey, so we're just gonna be content with that. I did make a little note card. These are my favorite 3 props of the night right here. You got Paige, go off again. Paige buckets, 20 points. Alyssa Thomas, rebounds, assists, another double-double tonight. And then TYSON Bagent from the Bears for 1 touchdown when they put him in the game. Do it for your pops. Arm wrestling legend. Boys, those are the slips. Let's have a night. Thank you guys for watching part 2 of Lab Session 30. Peace.